Hello, I'm here, top of Church Street, Primark, Bold Street End. It's very busy, noisy, windy. Wednesday afternoon. Once again, Joe Owens has been walking in and around our cherished city centre, and I'm encountering more and more universal Scousers, right? Universal Scousers will end up replacing the original Scousers. Like what's happened in London, the universal Cockney there has replaced the original Cockney. That's why no more Cockney sparrows fly over London. That is why we can't allow the same to happen here in our glorious city, our cherished city centre. Scout schools, more and more universal Scousers are changing long-standing proud Scouts communities. Now don't get me wrong, right, like I've said before, I don't blame them coming here. However, that still doesn't make it right, and it's at our expense long term. So that's why it needs opposing, right? More and more universal Scousers seem to dominate. Maybe that's not the word yet. There seems to be more and more universal Scousers here in our cherished city centre and in long-standing proud Scouts communities. Getting rather busy, so bear with me. Not just noisy, but it's very busy. So, like I say, more and more universal Scousers are replacing original Scousers, right? And that's no good for our city long term, right? How can it be? It can't be. Look what's happened to London. Universal Cockneys have replaced original Cockneys. And we all know how that's ended up, don't we? Well, of course, right? We can't let the same happen here, ladies and gentlemen. This city belongs to our children, grandchildren, all those amazing Scousers yet to be born. Real ones, I mean, not universal Scousers, stand-ins, replacements, right? Because that's what's happening, right? That is what is happening. There is no other way I can put it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, just bear with us. Okay, no problem, sir. So, yeah, it wants to talk, but I'm doing a video. So, as I say, more and more universal Scousers are replacing original Scousers. Now, that's all around for everyone to see. It's not me making this up. I wish I was making it up, right? I wish I was making this up, but it's not. You can see what is happening. There is more and more cultural change. More and more universal Scousers are replacing original Scousers. That's there to see in Kensington and Fairfield, Lawrence Road, Breck Road, County Road, Derby Road, Smithdown Road, and many other long-standing proud Scouts communities. They are being changed, right? More and more universal Scousers are changing our city. They don't have any history, heritage or connection to our city and can never ever be Scousers in the true sense of the word. Sorry if this sounds unfair, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid, right? There is only one Scouser this city needs, and that's us, right? New arrivals are coming in such large numbers. They're not forsaking the culture they've brought with them. In fact, the complete opposite. And as I've said, if I'm wrong, then what's happened to London then? Why didn't the universal Cockneys embrace Cockney culture? Why didn't the universal Brummies embrace Brummie culture? Well, they didn't. They replaced it with theirs. The same is happening here now in our glorious city, ladies and gentlemen. It's there for all to see. It's not me making this up. That's why it needs opposing and it needs stopping. Because like I've said, long term, this will be disastrous for our city. New arrivals, like I've said, they will never forsake the culture they brought with them, especially the culture that doesn't want to assimilate, wants to dominate. They most certainly won't be forsaking any culture they brought with them. Once they're in the driving seat, everything dances to their tune. You already know. You know that because it's there to see in Leicester, Birmingham, London, parts of Bradford, Oldham, Burnley, many other places. It's there for all to see. So we cannot allow the universal Scouser to replace the original Scouser, because our city's not a Scouse city anymore then. It's changed into a different one. It's getting really, really busy, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope I've made my point there regarding what is happening to our city. It is changing, ladies and gentlemen. There's no ifs or buts about that, and we know why it's changing. Too many new arrivals, different cultures, nationalities are coming into our city that are not going to assimilate amongst themselves, let alone their Scouse hosts. That's why it needs stopping. Otherwise, long term, this will be disastrous for our city. Okay? This will be disastrous. Remember, say no to cultural change, yes to Scouse pride. Shout it out loud, Scouse and proud. Okay, thank you.